Hey everyone, it's November. I know a lot of people are writing novels this month, which is why I've been posting more Yoga for Writers videos. But I also wanted to show you, as a fellow writer, one of the writing apps that I use to both outline and write my books. Yes, books plural, working on a couple projects right now. I normally use this app in iOS on my iPad, but it's also available on the web or for Android. So we're going to check out the web version. I want to point out nobody sponsored this video. They're not paying me, and this is a free app. And it's free, and there's no advertisements, like no annoying ads. There's no paid version. There's only the one free version. So yeah, it's free. So that's kind of why I wanted to show it to you. And I actually used this app to completely outline and write my book, Forever Enchanted, last year. And it made the process a lot easier because I have tons of writing projects that never went anywhere because normally I write by the seat of my pants. But using Novelist, I outlined everything and then I wrote it. So here we go. I'm not gonna show you every little detail about Novelist because you're gonna have to explore if you want to use it. But again, it's free and it's super great for outlining and organizing and keeping track, especially if you're doing a lot of world building or if you just have a large cast of characters or locations. Highly recommend. So first thing you're gonna have to do is add a book. And I guess something I'll point out is you don't see any of my actual projects on here because the storage is local. Yeah, so none of my actual writing projects are on here because, again, I usually write on my tablet, and this is on my computer. So first thing you can do is add a book. They have templates for you, but the cool thing is you could make your own. So if you have like, if you're a romance writer, for example, or a mystery writer, and you know those books generally follow a very similar series of events, you could make your own template with scenes and sections outlining those standard events and in the order. We're gonna use the novel standard. And so I'm going to open the book I already did. The other cool thing is you can add a cover. Actually, I guess I'll go ahead and make another test book just to show you that because I think it's pretty cool if you have a lot of projects. It's kind of nice to open this and like be able to click on it because of the cover you set. So you can upload your own cover from the gallery, or you can just add like a random image. Yeah. So we will click on this one because I already did some stuff. So this is what comes in the standard template. I don't really use themes, events, or extra much. You might find those useful, but I find characters, locations, and props super helpful. So you can add your whole cast of characters here, and I'll tell you why in a minute. It's awesome. But you would click this plus. I'm going to name this main, I don't know, other female character. Maybe this is like a sapphic romance. Sometimes I add a synopsis if like it's a very specific character, like main character, it's kind of obvious. Or I might like add details about their personality there that are like super important, but for the most part I'm just gonna leave that blank. So then you'll click on the character and click add, and so you can add again a picture from their gallery, or by uploading your own. Yep, so let's pick, we'll go with this one. It doesn't really matter because this isn't a real book. And let's see. Oh, I clicked edit. So, okay, we have the picture. We'll click add the metadata. Data. Let's give this character a name. Name them Sam Smith. And you can give them a role. Age. What I really like to do is use this for like some of the small details. Like especially what the character looks like. So height, weight, their hairstyle, hair color, body shape, eyes. I really like to add some of that info here and maybe a little bit about their personality just to make sure that I keep consistent. And then for location as well, you can add pictures and metadata, but it's really great because when you get to the writing, so I already added like 2 fake scenes, which you would just do here. You can come down to the add items, and then you can add the characters, locations, props. You can add any of these things, and then come back to add text. And when you're here writing, you can come to the reference panel, and if you forget a detail about your character, you can check it out, or a detail about the location, or like information about the prop. So I just find it super helpful, especially when you have a large cast or when you're starting a new project and you want to make sure that you're getting all your details consistent, because it's really annoying when you're editing and you realize that you described a person with blue eyes in one spot and then green eyes in another spot, right? So it's really super useful for keeping track of all of your characters and for keeping things consistent. Yeah. So anyway, this again, it's also really great for outlining. You could add acts. You could use something like Save the Cat and add all of the beats or scenes, the hero's journey. I mean, most genres have a pretty standard format, so you could break it all down in the synopsis, kind of write a little summary about what's supposed to happen in each scene, and then that way when you come to write, when you sit down to do the actual writing, it's so much easier because you already know what you're supposed to write in each scene because you've already broken it out. And then you have, you know, inventory of characters, locations, and props right at your fingertips, so you don't have to like dig through a notebook or go dig around for different files to try to remember like what did everything look like. But yeah, and then last I'll just show you, it's also cool if you're like trying to keep track, you can come to schedule and use the progress, and it'll show you how many streaks, like how many days you have in a writing streak, and it'll also show you the word count for each day and the word count for the entire project. And you can also set a goal if you want. You can preview your entire book, and then you can also, we'll have to go back, you can export your project. Actually, I guess export is inside the book, my bad. You can export and share your project, but you can also back the project up, which is super important because again, the storage is local. I know on my iPad I can save it directly to my device, or I can save it to the cloud, I can save it to Google Drive, but make sure you back up your work because again, the storage is local, so this isn't being uploaded anywhere unless you manually come here and do backup. So Anyway, I hope that you give Novelist a try. Again, I am not being paid. Nobody reached out to me. I just wanted to show you what I used to actually finish and publish a project last year, and I'm hoping it's going to help me finish a project this November that I will be able to publish in 2026. So, and if you haven't already, check out Forever Enchanted. I also encourage you to take a yoga class with me, because if you're sitting at your desk writing all month, you should practice moving your body a little bit, stretch it out, strengthen. It's really important to take care of your body. And I teach online over Zoom, so you don't even have to leave your house. And I have group classes and private classes, and you're already on my YouTube channel where I have lots of videos. Anyway, peace.